Okay, hi everybody. There was a little bit of an interruption, but okay, now we can go. I'm going to talk a little bit about server-side Dart for the Spring MVC developer. I'm Joris Hermans, and I'm a developer of Truvo, goldenpages.be, an online directory company of Belgium. But this what I'm now going to present, has nothing to do with my work. It's something that I created at my own time for a hobby. So after DevOps 2013, I was really excited about Dart. So I started with creating an XML stream kind of implementation, and on top of that, a Dart RSS implementation. But yeah, it was not sexy, so I thought, okay, I need to do something else. So a colleague of mine said, yeah, why not create something like Dart Fader? That would be cool, no? So I tried to register Dart Fader, but it was not possible. Google didn't allow that. So I started Dart Force. It's a little bit also into the space of Star Wars, and it sounds also very cool. So I can use the Dart Force handle on Twitter and create maybe some kind of buzzword around it. That's the real-time web framework. It's all based around WebSockets, but WebSockets are not in Internet Explorer available and are also not available in Android browser. So I needed to build a polling server. But at that time, there were no big web server frameworks available. So I created my own web server implementation. I was at that time very familiar, and still now very familiar, with Java Spring MVC. So I created Force MVC. It's based upon the same principles as you are familiar with in the Spring language. So here you have a little bit of an example. I don't know if you can read it very well, but on the left side you have the Dart implementation, and on the other side you have the Java implementation, and like you can see, it's really familiar with each other. So you can use the add controller annotation, the request mapping annotation, and all these cool stuff that you are familiar with in Java Spring. Another cool feature that I recently added is the add controller advice. It's something new also in Spring 4. So that you can use module attributes, exception handler annotations, and inject it in all your controllers. So when you want to have a general exception handler, or when you want to put something into all your controllers into the model, then you can use controller advice. I also created Wired. It's a pub package in Dart. So with that, you can use the add config, add bean, add autowired, and add qualifier into your Dart applications. And something that's a little bit different between Spring and between my own package is that in Spring we use .property files for your settings, and with Dart we use YAML files. So when you want to inject certain value from your YAML file into your application, you can use the add value, and then you can insert that kind of variable into your application, into your variable. So now I'm going to give a small demo. What I have here is a Dart Now my screen is a little bit weird. I need to see. I can get it on the other screen. Okay, here we are. So this is a basic Hello app application. Here we have our controllers. Here we have our server. I'm going to create a small app where I do in web application. Okay, here we have our web application. Then I can go to Java. I can copy here from my Java Spring, and it's on another screen, but I'm not gonna. Oh. Here we have our Java application, so I'm going to copy this code. I'm going to paste it in here. And then I'm going to edit here. So now we have some small issues here. We can remove public, we can remove private. Here also I remove public. I need to change here this one. I need to change here something. Okay, this looks much better. To compile everything, then I need to change datetime here because Dart don't know datetime. I need to change here now. Then something else is a date formatter. It's also a little bit different than on Dart itself. So I'm going to change here this line of code into the following line. Okay. And remove, of course, the other date format. Then we put our server timer on our model. The only thing then that I need to see is that server time is also on our page. Okay, I'm going to remove this one first. Okay, it's now, and then the server time. The only thing that's been left over, I guess, is okay, the logger. So I need to change the logger a little bit because it doesn't know the logger. New logger. Hello. And then everything is quite okay. Okay. I still need to set here date. Then I need to change here to just, okay, to local to string, it's okay. So now only here above the logger is a little bit strange. I need to change that again. I'm very sorry. Logger. Hello. Okay, so now everything is okay here. Only thing that I need to do is here import shell-wise, and then here I need to close everything. Okay, and then when we want to stop my server here, and I'm going to restart my server again. Run. And then when I go to the browser, and refresh it, I have here, it's now and then our date time. So this is just a small thing. I changed a little bit of my Java controller and put it into and translate it into a Dart application. I will put everything on my GitHub account, github.com/Joris Hermans, where you can find this little example. Another thing that I'm going to do or going to show here to conclude everything is this is what other people were saying. A guy from Google used my framework. He was not very used. He just joined the Dart team, and he was very familiar with Java Spring, but not with Dart. So he uses my framework for MVC to create GitHub issue mover. So you definitely need to check that out. He created there a no-out controller, so that's very nice. Another guy from Italy used it for web service to spout out JSON. Another guy used it to learn a little bit about web development. So that's really great that people are saying, yeah, when you are used to Java and Spring MVC and you want to learn a little bit about Dart, that you can use this technology. So you can find more on Force Universe or on my GitHub organization page, github.com/Force Universe. Definitely check out my real-time web framework and my other stuff that I have on there, like for example R2D2, something to check on which device you are on the server and on the client, and all these other kind of stuff. Thank you very much, and hopefully you enjoyed it.